MILF's Magic Lamp, MILF's Threesomes 32, MMF Threesome Anal Sex Double Penetration Erotica, written by Nicki Menage, narrated by Kline. MILF's Magic Lamp, MILF's Threesomes 32, MMF Threesome Anal Sex Double Penetration Erotica. Marrakech was a city like nothing I've ever experienced before in my life. But my new experiences didn't just end there when I visited the city last fall. It was still joyously hot in the day, and the evenings were cool and inviting. I'd walk the market streets just taking it all in, you know? The smells, the sights, and the sounds were an absolute feast for the senses, and it quickly rose to the top of my dream list of locations. The vendors were a little pushy, but they were playful and nice with it. They'd often dish out compliments, and for a 46-year-old woman like myself, I absolutely ate them up. The quickest way to get me to part with my money was to call me beautiful, and so, nightly, I'd return to my room with all kinds of things that I didn't have much use for. After the 5th day, I had wallets, handbags, spices that I didn't even think I could take back home, belts, hats, and everything in between. And yet I still found myself searching for something more every evening. I just didn't know what that more would wind up being. That evening, I drifted slowly through the central square, eyeing up the stalls slowly and watching the various tourists mingle around and interact with the locals. I was much wiser to the tactics they employed now, and I kept my distance, always ensuring I wasn't the tourist closest to the stall. My meanderings led me away from the main square and down a wide alley. A smaller alley, heading off from this, caught my eye when I saw an orange light pouring out into the narrow street about halfway down. If the square was the beating heart of the city and the alleys were the arteries, then I was currently traveling down a capillary that was only wide enough for 2 people. As the orange light grew nearer, I began to smell incense and fresh leather. I thought it was just a stall like any other, but the trinkets on display in the doorway made me think otherwise. Where everything in the main square appeared fresh or new, here things were weathered and old, perhaps very old. It was tough to tell if the object I was eyeing was made last year or last millennia. "Come inside," a voice said in the shop. "Please." I stepped in happily, adjusting slowly to the dim light. An old man wearing a fez sat behind a glass counter and smiled in my direction. The light caught his yellow teeth. "Please," he said, and he offered his hand out to present the wares around him. "Look."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?